the older people who get into the farm, instead of trying to help the younger generation progress and run from the mistakes, they sit there and say, y'all generation, it ain't y'all generation. Y'all are here too. Y'all all live in the same place they are. Y'all know better than us. And they feel like because they're older, they have more wisdom.
The younger generation feel like somebody owed them something. No.
You just said wisdom, honey. We've been in the game for a while, so you should know what we're telling you and telling you not to do what not to do. Experience means a lot. You get a job off experience.
What about you?
I actually disagree. I myself get a lot of comfort from the older generation, whether it be father or not. Such as like rather help not just with like voguing and my craft, but like just like advice that I need throughout my everyday life.
Octavia, what do you think? You look good today, Octavia.
Oh. That is so shady. That is so shady. Let me tell you something. Because I'm older than all of y'all in here. Okay? Y'all do not tell somebody you look good today. Bitch, what about the other 364 days of the year? Okay? You telling me I look good today? No.
She know I love her. Yeah.
What's the difference between the newer generation and the older generation?
Why is it a difference?
Why is it a disconnect?
Oh, why is it a disconnect? Because the older girls, they feel like, you know, they getting tired. They don't want to do the same things no more. They growing up, they maturing, they doing different things, more not so boring related. You know, a lot of them, they getting jobs now. A lot of the older generation, they doing more for themselves, so they don't always have the time to come to a ball, you know, spend money on things and get out there, you know. So I feel like that's why it's always, you know. And then the younger generation, they tend to feel it. So it's like the older girls be like, bitch, don't be giving me too much. Then the older girls get, well, the younger girls get, well, bitch, I don't care how much you want, I'm gonna give you this. And then that's why it's always a battle between the younger generation and the older generation.
My personal experience, I just feel like, you know, certain people when you growing up, you know, you done build a whole bunch of respect, like fights and arguments and stuff like that, and people have to establish how you are. But when you got new people, like new kids around, they don't really know how you are and know who you are, and they be trying you and stuff like that. That's why I stay away, because people be reckless at the mouth and stuff, and I don't be having time about it.
So let me ask you this then. Do you think when it comes to taking advantage of, who do you think takes more advantage of? The older generation to the newer, or the newer to the older?
The newer to the older, because the newer social cloud. So that's when it becomes like, okay, they're gonna blame
that. Now define that, because I'm glad you brought it up.
What was define social climate?
Yeah.
Connie's define.
Social climate is basically the newer generation call it social climate when people try to social climb someone of status, someone that's been out longer, so they want to attach themselves to that person. They want to hang out around that person. They want to either date that person or have that person and think that that's going to get them someplace. And at the end of the day, it really don't get you no place, because whatever legend or icon that you decide to have, they're going to have you, bitch. And then after they have you, you still ain't going to get their vote. They say, girl, you might get their vote if you ain't battling one of their kids, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to really get their vote, bitch. You thought you was climbing up, but they climbed you. It is what it is.
Okay. Why do you think there's so many icons or people of status that downplay the newer generation's talents? Because a lot of you guys are actually talented in this room, but for whatever reason you may not get shine.
Nobody don't downplay them. It's like, don't be arrogant and don't feel it. Just be humble and take it. That's it. The way that they come at it wrong, and that's why they get tried.
Make sure everybody sign that sign-in sheet.
Yep.
I think there needs to be, the problem is that there's not a mutual respect. As far as the older generation, it's like change is inevitable, so it's like there needs to be a little allowance towards that. And with the younger generation, it's like you have to respect those before you and the work that they put in to have things the way that they are now. And it's like some people totally take for granted the struggle that some of the people before us had to go through. Could not be on Facebook openly gay, couldn't walk out in the street or be on the train or just be themselves every day. And it's like small things like that where we're not in a country where people are stoning us to death in the streets for being who we are. And I think that neither side is really trying to see that it's like, oh, I'm older, so this is my viewpoint and this is how I feel, or I'm younger and I'm not changing, you know, how I feel. So it's like until there's a mutual respect, then there's never going to be a common ground.
Speaking of that, how much of that do you think social media plays as far as respecting yourself and respecting your friends or your friend circle around you?
The thing is, years ago there was no YouTube, Vine, Twitter, all these other different avenues of social media, and now it's like now it's turned into a matter of being a validity for some people. It's like if I get this many likes, regardless of how I get them, I'm popular. I'm of self-worth now. Some people really, it's like a self-esteem booster for some people. Back in the day, they didn't really have that, so communication was different. People, it's like older guys have a little more finesse, if you will. Because younger guys, it's just like, oh, I'm used to texting, I'm used to, you know, sending a DM and getting what I want versus putting in that time to communicate. The mentality is different. You have a conversation with a younger person, it's going to be totally different from an older person, you know.
So let me play devil's advocate. You don't think the older generation gets what they want? Let's say you're an icon, and you say, you know what, I'm at a ball. I want to suck your dick, and your dick, and I'll push you all through. And I get what they want.
She gonna be in the back getting mine.
Do I think that happens?
Why not?
Because everybody don't like.
I was about to say everybody don't. Yeah.
Yeah, every icon and legend don't do that. Only certain ones. Let's say I'm here for the shit. I'm an icon, so I know, baby. And I don't use my status to get nothing that I want, honey. You know.
So let me ask you, Kelly. What about the ones that use their status to get what they want and use the actual younger generation as a ploy?
Right.
That's not about them using their status, because 9 times out of 10 it's the younger generation, no shade on y'all, but that pushes up on the legends and the icons because they think that they're going to get something, they're going to reap some benefit out of sleeping with an icon or a legend, when the icon or legend already knows what they're after, because we've been in the game much longer than them, and they're going to use them for what they want, and then when they get to the ball, then that's when they really find out what it was, because then they gag them. They don't even speak to them, they walk past them, they look at them like, bitch, I don't even know you, but I just fucked you last night. And then the girls be gagging like, bitch, I really fucked her, I thought she liked me. No, bitch, you thought that you was going to get something, bitch, and you gag.
But the thing is, well, most of the time because they're older, when it happens to a younger person, is, oh, you took advantage of it. Even though, like she said, they kind of understand this arrangement. It's, even though it's not spoken, you kind of know what it's given. But it's like, oh, why you take advantage of that person? I mean, being older doesn't necessarily mean necessary to put
But what you taking advantage of, you trying to simply see.
Yeah, it was a tit for tat. Bitch, you thought that you was gonna get something from me, bitch, but you got what you wanted, but you didn't get exactly what you wanted. She wanted 2 things out of the situation, but she only got 1 thing out of the situation, and that was either some dick or some ass, and it's what it is. And she may get a vote or 2, Miss Thing, if they're not battling her child, Miss Thing. And some of these icons and legends, bitch, let's keep it honest, bitch, they really don't know who a lot of these kids are, Miss Thing, bitch, when they out there on the floor, and then they push up on them, and then they have them, and then the girls gag, because it's the same icon or legend that you had, bitch, that never even know what you walk or anything, and it be the same person that chop you. And then you definitely be gagging, like, bitch, I just fucked her, bitch, and she chopped me.
What about the agencies? Because there's been a lot of talk lately, for the last couple of years, if I'm not mistaken, about people feeling like they're just a tested member amongst different agencies. Because we spoke about this yesterday. When you go to non-minority gay events, you don't see too many testing trucks in their neighborhoods But you go to Escom, you go to Excel, you go to targeted black gay places, you see a testing trouble right there, you see HIV right there. Why is there such a notion to only target the minorities when that's not, from what I was told, the highest risk as of 2017?
Because white people are more freaky, they don't care.
And white people care about their health. Like, I work in Mount Sinai, so when yes, they do. These people go to these sex parties, we go in there, we test them people. As soon as these people get positive, they run right to the hospital, they run to the doctor, they just spend whatever they have to make sure they're healthy. So these white people, they take care of themselves.
They have better access to health care too, so they can
insurance
not have these drugs.
Y'all have the baby. Everybody in here keeps talking about the white people and the access they have to insurance. Y'all have the same access to insurance and the same health care that is afforded to anybody that's out here, baby. It's about, you know what the problem is? The problem is about getting the young minorities up off of their fucking ass and getting them into these motherfucking programs. And see, everybody, and then this is another thing that a lot of people a lot of the kids don't understand. A lot of the kids don't want to go to a lot of these agencies because it's a lot of ballroom girls that work in these agencies, and they feel that the ballroom girls is going to spill their tea. First of all, no one is going to spill anybody's tea, okay? They have a HIPAA law. It's up to $1,000 fine. You will lose your job, and you will be incarcerated for a year if anybody tells your status or anything about you. So y'all need to take the use of all of these agencies that's out here and put them to the best use for y'all, and especially the minority agency, because y'all go to all these other agencies and think these are the agencies that's going to help y'all. Those are the agencies that don't give a fuck about y'all. They only want y'all because y'all are a number to them. But then the minority agencies, y'all don't go to them and they don't utilize them the way they need to be utilized.
Can I add to that too? Because I want to make sure that everyone fully understands. I'll go into a little bit detail, but I won't go into everything. We have what's called a physical year. We get allotted one of our grants. I won't say what grant, but one of my grants is actually worth $500,000. The grant is specifically targeted to ballroom, black MSM, and black trans, male to female. But what happens is when we have these groups, we have to collect data. If we don't have the actual data to collect, then we have other people, the grant holders, that come to us and say, well, you guys want to go to Australia. It's a no. Why? Because you didn't have 25 people. But then you have other agencies, like she said, where people take more advantage. So when they want to do fun activities, or when they want to have burials or fundraisers, they're able to do it. But unfortunately, some people can't because the younger generation, for whatever reason, don't want to come out when it's time to come out. But you guys are so much more powerful than what you think. They don't listen to us but so much. They want to listen to what y'all have to say. Whether it's right, wrong, ratchet, whatever. They'd rather hear what y'all say. Seriously.
Another thing is if you ever feel like Kelly said, if you ever feel like your privacy has been violated, your rights have been violated, even if you're not a client of this agency, you can contact me or Reggie. We would advocate on your behalf. Because our job is not just to test you or get you to the doctor. We're also to advocate and fight for your rights. So that's what we're here for. Even Kelly, if leaders in the community, you reach out to one of them, they know who to call. Exactly. Trust me, they know who to call. So don't ever let someone violate your rights and don't speak up and fight for yourself.
And 9 times out of 10, it's the people that have the biggest mouths who will fight for y'all. We're here, us, Gillette, we're here for the community. I wish y'all could see what we have to go through in boardrooms. We do fight for y'all. Yeah. You may not know it, but we fight so much for y'all.
But they can only do so much. They can only do so much without y'all opening your mouths and speaking and getting out there on the forefront. Okay.
And don't be scared if you're not the best speaker. Say it how you would say it to your best girlfriend. You can curse, you can do whatever. Just get that message across initially, and we'll work on the kind of verbiage afterwards.
Right.
No, because I was going to add, I was at a meeting once and recently, and the people were talking about, oh, well, the numbers, y'all doing all this testing, y'all not finding nobody positive, and I'm just like, isn't that a good thing? You know, but it's like the way it was presented.
Come in.
You know, it's like more people need to be positive. And I was just like, I was kind of gagging, because I'm just like, well, you got people using condoms, people on PrEP, people taking their meds. Shouldn't they like my expectation is that says I'm doing my job if I'm not finding answers. But you know, but this is the kind of fight we constantly go through. You know,
Signing over there.
And like Rodney was saying, you would think that would be a good thing, and we all get how this game is played. It is a game. It's a political game for funding. One of my major issues is lumping the funding for trans and MSM. They lump that all together. Have you?
Okay, I know. Let me tell you, everybody on live. I know the music is loud. They're running the Kiki Lounge, and we having a group at the same time. I'm so sorry about the music. Okay, baby, they running the Kiki Lounge at the same time, honey. We're trying to utilize all the space up in here. Okay, so I'm sorry about the music, honey. I'm here for the shit. Make sure y'all share this live and invite your girlfriends to the live.
But why, whenever you see things, you always see trans/MSM. There's a reason for that because people don't want to speak about the differences. There's a big difference between someone who's transgender and someone who's a black or Latin MSM. It's two separate things. But people don't want to discuss certain issues because when it comes down to funding, that's more money they have to shovel out to the community. They don't want to do that. That's how we're back and forth to Albany, DC, Texas, fighting so hard.
And another thing, since we are sitting here having this group, right? Everybody, all agencies is focusing on HIV and STD and things of that nature. What other things do y'all think that the agencies should be focusing on?
The youth. And stop, like, you need to, like, ask their age and stuff like that, like when they go to the census and make sure that they're going to school instead of just going to functions and voting and stuff like that, because a lot of them drop out of school.
I got
Signing over there.
well, maybe like the Tina epidemic. That's
They can't stop that.
no, but
They can't stop that.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Because that's definitely something that the agencies need to be focusing on.
Okay, so tell them to wrap it up, they still don't wrap it up, so how you gonna tell somebody to stop smoking something they want to smoke?
wait.
Go ahead.
Due to the fact that your experiences as a former Tina user, I didn't have any kind of support to stop. I literally had to sit there and stop on my own. So I think honestly somebody needs to be there to be like, hey, like what can we do to help you? You know, how can we curb your appetite? Because honestly, hun, like for my first couple of years of being back in the scene, hun, I was going to left and right. But after being 2 years sober, I'm like, you know, I wish somebody was there from the start.
I want all of y'all to answer the question.
Because there's drugs we have for certain things, but whether you know or not, Tina's a whole different animal. You can go for cocaine, you can go for other drugs, but when it comes to Tina, it's more like a cold turkey type of thing. And when you do that, you can literally make yourself sick to the point where you just pass out and you die. Seriously. Same thing with syphilis. If you get tertiary syphilis, which is third stage syphilis, you can have a brain aneurysm and pass out right here, right now. Or you get a botulinum shot in your butt. It's quick. It's very, very simple. No, I'm being serious. Botulinum shot. No, because people don't. I'm all for HIV testing, don't get me wrong, but there are other complications such as STDs and STIs, and that's kind of where we're kind of focusing in now because we have the push for HIV is always in your face, and it's great, it should be, but no one talks about syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia. You can get gonorrhea in the back of your throat. And you can't talk, then you pass out.
Tina, to everybody that's on the live, Tina is crystal meth.
I can talk about that.
Yeah, we provide all that.
Exactly.
Tina is crystal meth.
But it's kind of fierce because it seems like every time somebody does bring up Tina, it's like I don't have people not comfortable talking about it when we see people struggling with it like every day. Like, I mean, I even saw Rodney one time talk about he was at a ball and he was gagging when he saw people who were like struggling with their meth addiction.
I seen one of my girlfriends when I came home. She was on Crystal Ave, and she was downtown on 39th Street in the hotel. Skin was sitting though, baby, but why you gagging? No, her skin because she's a face girl in the scene. This thing, skin still was sitting, but she was on that shit, bitch, But and you just gag at and you try to talk to people that's out here that's doing it, but until they want to get help themselves, there's no helping. It's no helping.
But I do think that talking to people that do use the drug does help. It's a matter of not shaming and being judgmental and pointing your judgment towards those people. Some people do want to stop. I've seen where people have stopped, so it's not a matter of they don't want to stop. People can definitely stop. They just need some type of support system.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. But more people sharing their experience, it'll kind of give people courage. Because Reggie shared, I think it went viral. The guy on, what's the guy's name? Who shared the video?
I won't say the person. I won't say his name. But the individual, he had his own business.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And no one knew he was hooked on Tina very bad. He lost his boyfriend. He lost his boyfriend, his family, his best friends, everyone. And it took a certain thing to trigger it in his mind. Hey, let me get help. So he's now getting help. And if you were to see him physically, he's fine as hell. He doesn't look the typical look, I guess you could say, according to society. And I mean,
it ain't no. Let me tell you something.
There's no look.
It's no look when it comes. It's no look when it comes to crystal meth and doing drugs, baby. Okay, because listen, you will have your good girlfriend, baby. You will her bogging down, bitch, and she slipped and and doing crystal meth. What? Why? Because she high, she lit, and she gonna spend more than you can spend, but you wouldn't even know that she's doing it though. You never know who's doing it. You never know if the person to the right of you, the person to the left of you is doing it, and if they're gonna leave out of this group and go in the bathroom and do it here. Because I hear the girls sniff coke and all types of things when they be in the agencies and everything. So you never know what these people are doing in the bathroom when they're in the bathroom, what they doing. So you never know. And I could be a meth head, bitch, and y'all wouldn't know.
Just don't be addicted. Because you can't tell somebody to stop cold turkey. That's not realistic.
You can't tell them don't be addicted.
Let me ask you something. You make a really good point. We never tell people just to stop cold turkey. We actually practice the stages of change. So if let's say you're smoking 20 times a week, from 20 to 18, at least it's a start. So whoever tells you to just stop cold turkey, they don't give two shits about you. Point blank period. I prefer someone to practice the stages of change and to reduce their risk factors versus just stopping, because that's hard.
Because that drug is really addictive, period.
Exactly.
So let me ask you a question. Within the house structure, whether it's the kinky scene, the mainstream, whatever, how supportive do you think your house members are if a person was struggling with addiction and they're trying to get recovery? Do you think your house members?
It depends on the house.
Okay. Because I was.
Some houses tell it to their kids.
Listen, we not here for the shit. We not here for the shit. We not here for the shit. I got a ball coming up. Okay. What's up?
Are you coming in? Hello?
Come in.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna wrap up, and I just wanted to invite y'all, let you know tomorrow.
Real quick, we have an upcoming 3MB retreat. We're gonna be doing two, one trans-specific and one black and Latin specific. Pretty much we're gonna be taking 2 groups up to either the Poconos or the Hamptons free of charge. But we teach you guys team leadership skills We do fishing, we do hiking. We're going to be facilitating it. It's all free of charge for about 2 to 3 days. Just something to take you out of the actual city.
But to be eligible for consideration, you have to attend at least 2 groups. So everybody in here is
and that's it. Yeah, and that's it.
So if y'all all free, I'll be back here tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I'm here tomorrow at 4:10.
So
we here for the
really,
shit.
everybody who attended today gets an incentive. So I have a $5 Burger